All right. So welcome to the Action Sturge. We will be playing Blades in the Dark today, following our Moon Cursors campaign. I've got Terry and Maddie with me today, playing their characters. Go ahead and who are you guys playing today?
I'm playing Lester, and he is the Hound, and he's kind of like super good with guns and specifically a sniper rifle. He's an accidental ladies' man, and he doesn't really know how to handle himself in situations like that. Very awkward and very uncomfortable. He's trying to break out of his shell a little bit with help from the crew, but it's not really working that great. But other than that, loves to drink, smoke, usually keep to himself.
Awesome. And then what about Reg?
I am playing Reginald Copperfield. He is a leech. Your typical mad scientist uh, setup, a tinker with gadgets and drugs and now bodies. In addition to his normal personality quirks, overly logical and lacking of empathy, he's pretty twitchy from the drug use as well.
Poor
Excellent.
Reg.
All right. And yeah, so just jumping right into it. So last time we played, we had Les and the professor, and they met one of Les's friends in a tavern and got some information on some jobs and whatnot. I believe we understand that Reg was busy working on his gauntlet and could not be pulled away from it, uh, which is why he was not there last time. And but today we've got Les and Reg, and everybody else seems to be off, busy somewhere. Horatio hasn't been seen in days, but that's nothing out of the ordinary for Horatio. And the professor is normally called away for family business from time to time. So,
House arrest.
as the ticklers would say, yes. So what are Les and Reg getting up to when they have the hideout to themselves?
Well, I believe we're just sitting around discussing possible money-making opportunities. Oh, I love that I got the big chair. It's a big comfy chair.
Yes, you get the big, torn up, comfy chair. I will sit on my nice, sturdy wooden one. Um, I know,
Um,
as we're discussing, I'm probably like admiring my silencer and like cleaning my gun and like taking it apart and letting Reginald put it back together. Like, as we're discussing, like,
Is
I think you got a better spring for this part here. Let me go find it real
no, no,
quick.
no, no, no. He like gets up.
Well, I imagine if you leave your guns lying around, Reg might be like modifying them, like unbeknownst to you.
Absolutely. I usually have to like it's like a cat with like a spray bottle. I have to like stop.
Um, but we do have a new type of spice that is recently become uh, illegal, and a contact to possibly become suppliers slash distributors of this. Um, and I think that that would fold in well with our previous chemical investment.
Yeah, I think that would work out great.
Yeah, so you learned about this, I believe, from the Foghounds a while back, and you guys have been kind of sitting on this, and while you have some time to sit in the hideout and sort of discuss some possible money making strategies, um, the you suddenly remember it's like, oh yeah, we have this. There's this contact out there um, that the Foghounds were tracking down, and this could possibly be a business opportunity to get in good with this person. So the person's name is Quest. They're Tigerosi, and they're somewhere. You know that they're in town, although you're not quite sure specifically where yet. Um, but you could probably easily find out. Yes.
What does Tigerosi mean?
Oh, so Tycheros is one of the lands that people are from. Um, people from Tycherosi or Tycheros are typically like Tigerosi is kind of this like I don't even believe it's on the map. It's sort of this like fantastical mythical land, and everybody from there is kind of strange in some way. Like they have like they'll have like their hair will be made of fire, or like their skin will be made of tree bark, or some other fantastical. Like the people from there usually normally have horns, or like hooves for instead of feet. So stuff like that.
What sets Quest apart? What makes him so, I guess, so evidently Tigerosi?
You're not sure yet. Right now, all you have is a name.
Perfect.
However, the information is out there. The question is who do you go to get that information, and how do you go about collecting it?
Ellen? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I mean, I'm thinking she is a good jumping off point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Ellen's great. Ellen's great. A great start.
And this time we won't have Prof trying to proposition her and taking her hand and kissing it and rumble, rumble, gripe, gripe.
I think
Like
last
one.
I think last time Reg was actually getting up close and personal with the bandages and whatnot.
Oh God.
Purely in a professional sense.
Yeah, I think you're confusing her for Melissa.
Ooh.
Ew.
Yeah, do the weird one.
So yeah, so you guys can meet Ellen at the usual place, the little abandoned boathouse. Let's see, outside we're looking at Duskfall. On the docks, there's a little abandoned there's a little abandoned dock on the across from Silk Shore. It's normally concealed by fog, and it has there's like a little boathouse there with whenever Ellen is there and expecting you, she'll put a little lantern in the window so that so you know that she's there. As you approach, the boathouse comes into view. The fog sort of parts, and as you dock, you'll see Ellen there waiting for you. She's got her hands on her hips, and she's looking. She's narrowing her eyes at Les.
So yeah, he can feel like two burning holes like right here in the center of his forehead, and he's got his hands in his pockets and he's kind of scrunched over, so yeah, like that sulking back matter, and he's like, "What I do this time?"
And she scoffs and she says, "Don't act like you don't know. You're still hanging around that girl again, aren't you?"
What girl? There's no woman I am hanging out with, and what's it matter to you?
She's like, "Well, if I recall correctly, she's the reason I got my ass kicked."
And then I'll take out a cigarette from my pack and put it to my lips and light it and puff a couple of times, and I'll go. I'm taking care of it, Ellen. You know I wouldn't disrespect you.
She says, "It's not you I'm worried about. It's whether she's gonna run her mouth again." She says, "You better take care of it, Les. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to."
I'm taking care of it, Ellen. You know I've got this. And then I'll offer her a cigarette as well.
Yeah, she'll take you up on that, and
I'll light it for her. Wink, wonk.
she'll look at you like she'll give you like the whose ass are you trying to kiss eyes, and but she'll
Completely professional, just like Reg.
speaking of which, Reg, what are you doing during this little exchange?
I'm just kind of waiting, seeing the obvious hole that Les is digging for himself. And once that is completed, I'm just gonna I'm gonna ask her if she has any lingering things that need to be tended to
She's
from said ass kicking.
yep. She says well, my knee's still sore, but that's nothing out of the ordinary. The stuff you gave me last time really helped out.
And I will. I'm pretty sure I carry it with me at all times, so I'll offer another dose.
She holds her hand up and she says you weren't kidding last time. You could lose a lot of coin in this.
Yes, yes. Only use as needed. And if it's just for pain, maybe a half dose. Spread it out a little bit.
She says so she'll tentatively take what you're offering her, and you can see she's obviously got some like it was very effective. It's very
Yes,
effective at treating
yes.
her ailments. But yeah, so she'll pull you guys in, and you'll ask her about quests, right?
Yes.
So we'll kind of cut to like where you guys have already asked her, and then she gives her response, and she says quests. She says I've heard that name recently. She says
How about Tigerosi?
she says yeah, somebody from Tigerosi. She says real well, she wouldn't use the word like enigmatic, but she'll say like real shady figure. Not many people know about him. However, I think I heard he's been hanging out at the Vale.
Veil.
Refresher on what the veil is.
Yeah, no. The Vale is it's a very highbrow club over in Night Market, and
I think we had a potential job there we didn't end up taking. Standard delivery, if I remember correctly.
actually, I think your first job you were pretending to deliver something to the Vale, in order to get the Foghounds to like chase you guys.
Right. Okay. There we go.
Okay, I see it. It's right along Great Owl Road, right by New Garden. On the other map for Night Market.
Oh yeah, excellent.
Okay, I was looking in the complete wrong place. There we go. Oh, I know Night Market. I go to the rail station all the time.
Yeah, and I walk around for fun.
And Ellen scoffs again. She says, probably hoping to see Celine or something.
That's not true. And I'm just griping and groaning and like pulling my fedora down over my eyes.
And she'll continue. She says, yeah, so the Vale is a luxurious social club run by another Tigerosi named Roland Valeris. And
I have like a PTSD moment. Valeris, like.
yeah, and she'll say, however, he's not really seen that often either. A very private person.
How do we know who to look for? Anybody that hangs around them?
She says, well, I think.
Are they on the dance floor, by the bar, VIP rooms?
She says, I'm afraid I really don't get over that way, ever, if you can believe it. The admission into the Vale, into that club is pretty hard to get in. It's you either have to have a lot of money or you have to know somebody who knows somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Let me go through my little black book.
She says, last I heard, oh yeah, she'll say, well, maybe your little rich friend can help you get in.
Prof.
And she says, no, the one with the big mouth. Didn't she work for some hoity-toity fancy people?
Oh, Helen, you gotta let it go. I'm like got my fingers between like my eyes and just pinching the bridge of my nose.
She says, well, the doc's medicine's helping, but she says, I still got that pain in my knee.
I could ask, but I doubt that she's going to be able to get me in.
Now, it's possible that someone else could come to mind, like as she's saying, like, you know, exclusive place, like either a lot of money or influence. For you, Les, immediately you're going to recall at least one other person that you know who has a habit of being able to sort of finagle her way into places like that.
I just groan and like collapse onto the table we're sitting at, like just my forehead touching the table. Valeris.
Are they related?
I don't know, and to be honest, I don't think I ever will. I can send out Tiberius, and he knows where to go.
All right. And then I'm not quite sure if Reg, if you have any contacts like that who would kind of mingle with like sort of higher brow people.
Oh no,
Okay.
I'm blue collar all the way.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. So so you'll send out a falcon to Valeris. Now, do you send a message with that or?
Yeah, so it's gonna be really brief and very curt, but I know she'll know it's me and she'll jump at any opportunity to meet with me because she's just that freaking nosy. It's just gonna be meet me at the Cripple Bear.
What
this time?
What action might you roll to seal this deal?
Nothing. Let me look here. Oh, well, I don't have a lot. Maybe command? I don't know. It's really like. Hold on, let me look at the action rolls real quick that explain what they are probably good for. Not intimidate or threatening.
I would recommend maybe like a consort, perhaps.
Okay, yeah, and I can I will push myself to take the pen to paper so I can give myself an extra die roll on it.
So you can roll like one die and just take the plain result.
Yeah, and then just it's so hard.
So you're like really pushing yourself, like beads of sweat are just like pouring off your face as you're like writing this like 3-sentence letter.
My veins are like popping out of my forehead, like my eyes are bloodshot. All right, let me roll this. Risky standard. Does that really matter?
Yeah, this would be a I think I call it a fortune roll.
Oh, do I have to do something different for that?
No, it's just the positioning is just different.
Okay. partial success.
Yeah, 4's not bad.
The consequence is a complication occurs. It's like Geralt writing to Yennefer, my dear friend.
Yeah. Yeah. What does it say? Did you want to say what it says, or do we just want to have it kind of be a mystery?
Sure. So like at first it'll be like, meet me at the Cripple Bear Inn and or the Cripple Bear Tavern, whatever the heck it is. Less. But then I realized it seems a little not so tasteful. So I'm going to go ahead and at the very top of it write, my dear friend, comma. I'm just that stressed. I kind of was a little nervous.
Excellent. So we'll fast forward real quick to you guys sitting at the Crippled Bear. When the what's your guys' demeanor like in a bar setting? How do you situate yourselves? Do you show up early or do you show up late? Do you order?
I'm gonna show up early, and I'll just be having an ale.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd trust food in this place, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know. No matter what time I go, it seems like Valeris is always there, one way or another. Whether she's coming out of the restroom, whether she's behind the bar getting her own drink, she's gonna be there. So I'll go whenever Reg does. And this is kind of my element. I kind of like the like I'm a very private and introverted person, but I kind of like to people watch in a way and just kind of like observe what's going on. So I imagine Reg and I are kind of at that like the small table that can hold maybe like 3 people at most, and I've ordered a whiskey with some on the rocks. And I'm probably just sipping that, listening to the jukebox, and watching people play pool, and just watching who's coming in and out, and all that jazz.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are sitting at your small table. The place is crowded as usual, and sure enough, after sitting there for a little bit, uh, you'll see somebody get up from another table and then sort of glide across the room, and as this person gets closer, they sort of pull back their hood, and it's Valeris, and she sits down and she says, "About time you got here."
I immediately grimace.
Hey, how's it going?
And she'll nod to you, Reginald, and she'll say, "What seems to be the emergency, my dear friend?"
Yeah, he just kind of like looks back over his shoulder, like just avoiding eye contact if he can, and he'll pull his fedora down and look back. And we need to know how to get into the Vale night market.
She laughs, and she uncontrollably laughs. She says, "The veil. What would you have? What could you possibly? What business could you possibly have at the veil?"
And then I'll look at Reg and raise an eyebrow, like, do we want to tell her or do we want to lie? Like that kind of that look.
Just for clarification, this is not the same person that got Ellen's ass kicked.
No, this isn't.
Okay. I'll still probably shake my head no, and just be like, business. It's always about business.
And she says, "Oh, so you're trying to get an audience with Quest?"
Damn it, that bitch.
She
You're
says,
good.
She says, "You're a little late to the party, I'm afraid. I believe the hive is already angling towards that."
I understand. The hive, huh?
I understood.
Yep, had to stop mid thought there. Well, I mean, a little bit of healthy competition is never a bad thing.
She smiles and she says, "Competition implies that there's some remote chance that you could actually compete with the hive."
Well, they've kind of been slacking lately, haven't they? I've been hearing things.
She says, "Well, it's true that some of their operations have been a little less secure than normal. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?"
Just a standard word on the street. Heard they
And
had an incident somewhere.
she'll smile again, and she'll say, "So you think that you're going to waltz into the Vale and grab quests right out from under the hive?"
I wouldn't be that direct about it, but just giving options.
She she says, "Well, what the hell? It should be fun to see." And she will she'll say, uh, "I don't know if I can get you in, but I do know someone who can."
Okay.
And then she just locks up.
Yeah, and then nothing, nothing. No, I was looking through the NPC list
I
to
know,
see
I know.
if there's a best option. Or maybe instead of that, maybe instead of hooking up with another person, maybe she says, "Well, I can get you in. However, the mere spectacle of seeing you attempt the impossible isn't quite payment enough." She says, "I would want something a little more for my end of the bargain."
Of course she does. All right, let's hear it.
Roland keeps a ledger in his office. I would be very curious to know what information is in that ledger.
Roland, and is he the owner of the club or?
The very same.
Hmm. I don't see it being impossible.
Well, surely someone of your skill set would be perfectly able to pop into someone's office and take a ledger.
I'm surprised you haven't done it yourself, if I'm honest.
She said I would. However, his security is very interested in watching every move I make every time I'm in there.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. Trust issues. Trust issues.
Hmm. We can try, Valeris.
Sorry about that. What'd you say?
I said we can try, Valeris.
Well, and that's all I ask is that you try. She says, "So, I can get you put on the guest list. It probably won't be enough to get. It'll be enough to get you in the front door. However, it won't be enough to get you into where where Quest is actually at. There's different levels of exclusivity in the club. He's probably tier 2, tier 3. I can get you in the front door as tier 1. From there, you'll have to fend for yourselves."
How does one get to tier 2, tier 3?
She says everybody who is granted access into the club is given a special pass. The pass designates whether or not you can proceed into the uh, you know tier 2, tier 3 areas.
And that's just based on wealth or notoriety?
How you get your pass is not really of any concern most of the time, but yeah, one of those will usually do it.
And do you know anything about Quest? How we can find him or discern him from the rest?
Well, he's Tigerosi. He might be the only other Tigerosi in the Vale besides Roland himself. She says, but unfortunately, I have not seen him either. He's very elusive.
Okay. So, steal Roland's ledger for you and then find Quest.
And she says, oh, and one last thing, dear friend.
Pitch.
I would keep a lookout, because I don't think that you and the Hive are the only people interested in quests.
Are you just gonna keep cryptic about it?
Ministry agents might be involved as well.
Refresher on the ministry agent? Or is it another gang or?
Yeah, it's Ministry of Preservation, I think is what it's called. Let me check. Yeah, Ministry of Preservation. They're basically like they are the government body that's in charge of like keeping track of what's coming into the city, what's going out, how resources are being allocated. They have their own like secret police force. They are very well equipped, and they're basically like a tier 5 gang. So they're pretty insane. But they that's kind of their purview of influence. They're like customs and border patrol.
Yeah, I'll take a hard swig of my drink.
Yeah.
But good luck.
Thanks.
And so with that information gathering, I believe we can step into the next phase, which is planning and engagement. Yeah, I think I'm good to go.
Van was chatting it up with you.
Yep.
He has many choice words with everybody. Kind of a little controversial sometimes, a bit opinionated, but we still love him all the same.
All right.
Planning and engagement?
Yeah, let's do planning and engagement. All right, so you guys have to figure out what type of plan you're going to do, and then there's a decision made that needs to be made for that, and then we'll roll an engagement roll. So out of the 6 different plans, which one are you guys favoring here?
So I'm thinking along the lines of there's 3: deception, stealth, and social. Deception, I don't know if we actually need. It just kind of depends on how we get to that second tier or third tier. And stealth is if we want to get into the office. And then social is just kind of like getting our way in there. So I'm not really sure. What are you thinking, Terry?
Let me see.
It's under, if you click the score and planning an engagement.
I don't think either of us are very social at all.
No, we're not.
Where is it?
It's under the score
Planning engagement. There it
and
is.
planning an engagement, yeah. So maybe like stealth or deception, because but not sociable. I don't see how occult is involved in this, or assault or transport. We're trying to kind
Right.
of be. We just need the score is trying to get to quests. So there's many ways we can go about it. I don't see much merit to assaulting anybody to get where we need to get, or occult or
Right.
transport. So the other three, I think, are probably. But are we actually doing the score of this game, or is this just planning?
No, this would count as a score.
Okay, so it would just
At
be
least the
us.
ledger would count as a score.
Yeah.
I would say in getting hooked up with him would be worthy of a score as well.
Perhaps like stealth?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking more stealth than anything else.
Yeah, I think stealth is probably the best one. It's more like trespass unseen from his guards to get to him, because it seems like only the higher up people can get to him, and we aren't higher up. We can just get in, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Look at Snaky Poo. She's like, what the? Big Daddy would be losing his shit. It's trying to eat him. So stealth is what you guys are gonna go?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we both like that.
All right. What is the point of infiltration?
Is that where we go in,
Um,
or where it begins? What is that?
yeah, that could be getting into the place. Supposedly your name is on a list. So we could do it there. If you guys want to just like walk in the front door, I think that would be perfectly fine. Or if you guys have any other ideas of how to get in, if you want to blow something up, or well, I guess that wouldn't be very stealthy, would it?
No.
Nah, not particularly.
Disguises, or I guess, or something like that. But yeah, your information, you've acquired a basically a pass to get in. I guess the point of infiltration could be where we could like once you're already in, I guess the next like getting to the next floor.
Right.
Sorry, one second. The baby wants to be held. Ah, it's so funny. Yeah. Sorry, where were we? Planning an engagement.
Point of
Oh, point of
infiltration.
infiltration, right? Yeah. So it could be like once you get in, like getting to the next level, perhaps, or it could be if we want to consider it like at the door as well. If you guys roll low, I could definitely think of some complications. So.
I'll wear my best suit so I look extra ritzy.
Yeah, I think the front door. I think that'd be a good place to go because I think you'll get a bonus to your. I think having your name on the list will give you a bonus to the roll. If that sounds acceptable.
It does. Yeah, social is definitely not our thing.
Hey, you can always push yourself. All right, so with that, let us do the. Oh yeah, the detail. Yeah, item loadouts. Are you guys traveling light, heavy? How are you guys traveling?
Let me see. Probably definitely can't go heavy, so I think we'll just go. I'm going to go normal,
Okay.
and that is sheets.
For less.
I'm trying. I promise.
I'll go light as well.
Okay.
Light or normal?
Oh no, normal. My bad. That's the one that's is that 5?
Yes.
Yeah, so normal.
Okay, so let's see. Light will make you less conspicuous and allow you to blend in with citizens, and normal will make you look like a scoundrel ready for trouble.
Ah.
So light it
Okay.
is.
Just as a heads up
Yep.
there.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so you guys are gonna go light, and let's do the engagement roll. Sorry, Terry, trying to
This is big.
figure out life with the baby.
No, I'm good.
All right.
Okay, so so let's see. So planning and engagement. You guys have chosen to walk in the front door. You've got your names on the list. You're gonna travel light, and we have the engagement roll here. Let me pull up the criteria for that.
I have it here if you want me to read it.
Sure. I think you get one right off the bat for sheer luck, right?
Yep, 1D for sheer luck.
Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
It's kind of bold considering we're pretty much out of our element.
Yeah, it's bold considering we're not actually probably supposed to be on the list. I don't know about the daring part, but I would say bold.
Right.
I'll give you bold. I mean, it's bold to compete against the Hive for a contract, so. Let's see. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Not really.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide an aid or insight? I think one already has, so I'll give you a D for that. And let's see, are any enemies or rivals interfering with the operation? Directly? I don't think so. Not directly. Not yet.
Right.
So just +2 die. So 3 total.
3 total. Are there any other elements that we need to consider?
Would the hive or the ministry be a possible hindrance at all? Does that like remove a die, or is it just kind of background stuff? They're not that like direct about it.
Yeah, I think it could be. I think that's something that'll come up. They're not like at the outset working against you, so I think
Okay.
we'll be all right for now. So I'll roll 3. Hey,
Yay.
success. All right, so you'll be in a controlled position when the action starts, and the action will start now. So you guys approach the Vale. Now this is in Night Market. It's a pretty ritzy place. There's carriages. There's like a constant, like a steady stream of carriages pulling up and dropping someone off, and then like moving away. And as you guys approach, what did you choose to wear? What were your outfits?
I have like a super ritzy like suit. Like I surprisingly know how to like accessorize and clean up. It's just a matter of like how nice I want to look.
Did you have any help from the professor?
Hell no, I can accessorize and dress my damn self.
What about Reg?
I'm going formal, but it's not going to be fancy. I don't think I have any fancy clothes.
Okay. So, yep. So you both approach. You're dressed up. Neither of you are dressed up as much as some of these people getting out of carriages. We're talking like these lavish evening gowns, these incredibly like well fit tuxes with this with like little flare, little bits of flare sort of like sewed into into the the material. Some of them even have like little sort of magical glossing effects on them, so that like when they walk, they shimmer a little bit. And there's some pretty there's also some pretty interesting costumes that are probably like remind you sort of like a Tigerosi flair. Even though the people wearing these clothes aren't necessarily Tigerosi. But yeah, so you kind of get a gamut of outfits, and it's just sort of a steady stream of people kind of walking in. You get the impression that every night here at the Vale is a red carpet night, and for people who aren't arriving by carriage, which may include you.
I definitely would not have thought about a carriage
Okay.
beforehand.
So you guys will be using the other entrance, which is not necessarily as lavish as the carriage drop off, but there is a decent line of people there as well, and sort of more dressed down to your guys' standard. And as you approach the bouncer, he kind of looks you over and turns to his partner, and she kind of looks you over, and they say name.
Lester and Reginald. Or do you need last names too?
And he'll check the list, and a wide smile will appear on the guy's face, and he'll say, yes, you're special guests of Valeris.
Yes.
Yeah, and his smile will like grow even wider, and he says, well, absolutely, right this way.
I don't like it.
Me either. I'll follow begrudgingly.
And so he'll actually leave his partner and actually like escort you guys inside. And once you get in, you walk into this amazing lobby. It's connected to the same door that the carriage people are going through. But this fantastic lobby, there's like a chandelier that's sort of rotating in 3 different levels, and it's like got these glowing radiant crystals that seem to be lighting up the room with basically like sunlight. And as you you make your way in, he kind of cuts through the lobby and immediately takes you to this room off to the side, and he will hold the door open for you and sort of usher you into this other room.
Okay.
Cautiously approach.
And so he'll follow you in. This seems to be like a glorified coat room, and he there's I mean, I guess it is kind of like a coat room. It's also sort of like a check-in room. And he says, since you're with Valeris, let's get a few things straight. I don't want any funny business. We got our eyes on you. And if you got any weapons, turn them in now.
I didn't bring any. Wasn't that kind of job.
And he's going to kind of give you an eye, and like nothing since you guys are both traveling light, nothing's like really sticking out. But since you are under Valeris's name, who wants to roll to keep him from like sort of patting you down and just sort of taking your word for it?
What kind of role would that be?
Depending on what you want to use, I would probably think it would be like a social kind of thing, like a sway, maybe.
What's your stress at?
Mine's a 2.
Okay, mine's at 4.
You can also use a team move as well. And one of you can lead, and the other you can both roll, and take the higher result. But
Oh.
but whoever's leading the action will take stress for
Lead a group
for
action.
both of you. Yeah.
Okay. Let me.
It's under the score and teamwork.
I'm looking at my 1 social skill to see if it applies. Yeah, it does not. I have consort, but that might help later once we're in, but
Okay.
does not help now. So yeah, we can do the team move.
Okay. So basically, one of you will lead the action. Both of you will roll, and then if you can still push yourselves if you want to give yourself the best chance. But basically, if one person will end up taking all the stress for a fail, essentially.
Okay. Well, I will take the lead.
Okay.
Simply explaining that while we are under Valeris's name, she's no friend of ours. It was just a favored ode, and we wanted to check out your fine establishment. You have nothing to fear from us.
Okay. And you can go ahead and roll sway, and then Maddie can roll sway as well here in just a moment. You can go ahead and start us off, Reg.
So we start in a controlled, right?
Yes. This is controlled.
Standard effect.
Standard effect. Yeah, standard effect. All right. So we've got a partial success. All right. So and then so you guys will succeed, and then since Reginald, since you're actually leading the group move, you'll just take the stress for yourself. You'll take 1 stress.
1 stress. Okay.
Yeah. And then so you're kind of like going off on that. Lester, you're gonna cut in at some point and and say the magic thing that is going to clear this up immediately. What is that magic thing?
Valeris is a bitch. And we wanted to have a nice night out. She's the only person that could get us in. We want to enjoy ourselves. I don't like her. He don't like her. Nobody likes her. We just want to have a good time tonight.
Yeah, the bouncer will give a hearty laugh, and then he will say, "You know what? You're all right." And he'll say, "What the hell? Go have some fun." And before you guys head out of the room, he'll say, "Oh, wait. Sorry, I almost forgot to give you your pass."
Oh, thank you very much. What is this for?
This is just to verify that you've legitimately been granted access. Don't lose it. If you lose it, we'll kick you out faster than you can say I lost it.
So tell me, good sir, I have to ask. You know, I hear that there's multiple tiers to the veil here. We want to go real crazy and have a good time. How does one go up the tiers?
Well, if you got the coin, you could buy it, I suppose.
Is there any other way, or we just have to stay down here? We can't work our way up through the night?
he says, "Why don't you enjoy the first level here? It's plenty fun. If any of the security here catches you trying to work your way up, you'll get your pass revoked and you'll get thrown out. Now I'm trusting you guys to not cause a scene, since we have a mutual distaste of our friend Valeris."
Trust me, we won't get caught. I mean, yeah.
What?
No
Alrighty.
scene will be caused. Let's go cause a scene.
Yep. So he'll let you go, and then you can you have the free roam of the place. So yeah. So there's this big open entrance room or entrance hall, and then you can hear music coming off from like one wing, and like loud conversation coming from another. There is a like golden door in the center of the plaza here, or the opening room here, and you'll see that one of the very finely dressed people is going to who are kind of like streaming in at intervals. They'll approach the golden door. They will wave their card, and the golden doors will open into some kind of elevator, and they'll get in, and they'll disappear. Well, they won't disappear, but the doors will close. So
Vanish. Ooh. Alrighty. Yeah, I think we need to get a lay of the land first.
okay.
So yeah, for now. I'm just mingling. Looking for possible opportunities and or ways to cause the elevator the only way up.
Go ahead and give me an action, maybe like a survey.
Okay.
Unless you think there's something else that you could use.
I think survey fits the bill.
Okay. All right.
Oh wait, was that actually risky?
Risky, standard. I would say it's probably controlled standard.
All right, so that's still a complication, or?
I think. Hold on one second. Controlled standard. I think it's just like a lesser. I think it's a partial success for controlled standard. I think it is. Yeah, so it's a minor complication occurs, or you have reduced effect or suffer lesser harm. you trip over a rolling cart of hors d'oeuvres and break your leg. No, I think. I think a minor complication. I think while you're sort of like walking around casing the joint, I think you'll probably attract some attention from security. I have a clock for security in the place, so I'm just gonna tick one wedge off of the clock. As you're walking around, you're not you don't look like you're enjoying yourself as much as you're looking for something else. It looks a little suspicious. So but you will find that there is there's actually two things. There's a dumbwaiter, and there's also that seems to maneuver between floors, and there's also a stairwell. Now the stairwell is locked, however. When you try the door, it is locked. However, you know it's a stairwell because because it says so.
All right, so elevator, dumbwaiter, and stairs. Okay. All right. And then after that, I guess I will just try to mingle.
Okay. So Reginald has sort of cased the joint out to see if there's any other ways to maneuver between floors, and he's determined that there's a staircase. However, the door is locked for that, and then there's also a dumbwaiter that seems to travel between floors as well. People going in the elevator, like the golden elevator, seem to require this their pass to maneuver between floors on that.
How many people are getting like onto the elevator at once? Like, would it be something that we would be able to blend into the crowd, or like as they're checking passes, we could sneak past?
I would say that would be desperate.
Okay. I'm asking because my prowl is high, but I don't know about yours, Reginald.
No. It's next on my list, but I got
So,
nothing in prowl.
so the only way up is the elevator and the dumbwaiter
And the stairs.
and the stairs.
Um,
But the stairs and the elevator, I'm assuming, are kind of guarded.
stairs are locked.
Stairs are locked.
Elevator is guarded.
Hmm.
Now, do people? I don't know. This is part of the. I don't know. I was looking for stuff, not people. So,
Well, what's up?
like, do higher tier people mingle down here, or do they just usually come straight in the door and go straight up?
Yeah, I think you're seeing some mingling, but it's mostly in the lobby and not necessarily like them going to the bar down here. They seem to just be kind of like catching each other in the lobby or like they see somebody that they know and they'll kind of chat for a second. But it seems most of them make their way up into the elevator.
Okay. So I don't think pickpocketing a pass will be an option. Huh. So dumbwaiter or stairs?
So, how big is the dumbwaiter?
It is small. It is big enough probably for one person. Like if you were trying to sneak into it, it's big enough for one person to sneak into. But it also has the problem that someone has to be on the outside to activate it.
And the stairs? They're just locked. The issue with the locking though is I don't know. That would be like a finesse thing, and I don't have any finesse. It might be a dumbwaiter.
I think lockpicking would be like a tinker.
Oh, really? When I was looking here, it said finesse.
I suppose it could be that
Or
as
maybe
well.
there is something like tinker. Well, you could go and tinker, and I could prowl.
All right. Does the stairwell have anybody posted at it?
No, not on the outside anyway.
Right.
You tinker the lock and you could peek through.
Possibly.
I could also keep eyes out, make sure nobody's watching you.
There's a possibility.
Because unfortunately, I don't think the dumbwaiter is going to be an option. I know my character is tall. He's not going to fit in a small little dumbwaiter. I'm sorry, he's not. And then the elevator's just a no-go.
Well, when I was saying the dumb waiter, I was thinking more of the shaft than the actual elevator part.
So we have to send it up or down. Would it be able to go any farther down, though, I guess?
I don't know. They might have a kitchen in the basement. I'm not really sure. And is it in a position where we can shimmy in quickly without being noticed?
Yeah.
We might need a distraction.
Oh, Valeris.
All right. So what would you like to do?
Continuing to mingle. I'm definitely not rushing this next part of the plan. But I want to see how used like the dumbwaiter is, what its position is, stuff like that, and possibly if there's something I can tinker or fidget with to make a distraction on the other side of the room. You know, set up an outlet or an appliance to go sparky.
Pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Pyrotechnics.
Yeah, absolutely. There's I think yeah, there's probably there's probably some like light displays that are being that are being run. There's probably trying to think. Will they have like some sort of fire suppression thing? Maybe not. What sort of stuff do you think they would have that you could play around with, that you could mess with?
Well, I'm definitely liking the lighting situation. I mean, just because if it shorts out and throws some sparks, that would definitely draw everyone's eye.
Let's we can tie it back to the chandelier in the lobby. Has some mechanical properties to it, like where it's like clear where it's turning and stuff. It's definitely like being propelled by some mechanism, which might be able to be which might be wired to a panel on the wall.
That could definitely be a distraction.
So yeah. Meanwhile, Les, what are you doing?
I'm not too sure.
All right. Well, while you're standing there, this very tall, lanky woman, she's quite bony. You can see like every like joint is sort of a knob that sticks out somewhere. She has a drink, and she's going to approach you and sort of like look you up and down, and she's going to say, "Well, my, aren't you a tall drink of water?"
I will pull my fedora down over my eyes again and I will. What brings you to the Vale tonight?
She says, "Oh, I'm here every night, hoping to catch a whiff of a story."
A story.
Yes. The name's Cassandra Keel. Surely you've read one of my stories in the newspaper.
Uh, did you write about the one in the burning orphanage?
She says, "Oh no, nothing so boring. I write about things of interest, like who's dating who in the the elite society, and who's cheating on who's getting divorced, who's the betrayal. I tell stories of interests, things like that."
Oh, are you the one that was writing about Professor Hamilton never being home with his wife?
Oh yes, if you ask me, that man is up to no good. Married
Married.
in, probably a scoundrel.
But
Why,
he's
do
an
you
old
know
man.
him?
No, he's a. I mean, he's an old man. Walks around with a cane. Can you really? I mean, what kind of trouble would he be getting into? Getting a new hip surgery?
I don't know, but there was a little rug rat running around with his cane down in Coleridge, so.
Oh, that must not be good. When was the last time somebody saw him?
Well, I talked to him for a moment, but no details on that. You'll have to wait for the press.
Can't wait to get the Sunday paper. Nervously sipping on his whiskey, sweating.
So, what line of work are you in?
I go hunting.
Hunting? In
In fact,
Duskfall? Oh, you
oh
mean like a bounty hunter?
no,
What
no,
a
no,
fascinating line of work.
no, 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 no. See, I'm from the Dagger Isles. It's different than Dusk Hall. I mean, it's. I was hoping to come here, and now we're trapped. So,
Oh, a foreigner. How fascinating. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna buy you a drink, and you're gonna tell me all about it. I
I
won't
won't.
take no for an answer. And she'll start to interlink her arm into yours and begin to pull you into the bar section. I don't know if you have like a line of sight with Reg, but what do you do?
The eyes, the. I'm wondering if I was kind of looking at like a setup.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I could get her to kind of do something for me, but I guess I'll just kind of have to see how, like, with the fiction, if something works.
Okay.
Hold on, he's gonna start crying. Oh, he's spitting up.
Reg, what will you do in the meantime?
Um, yeah, I'm essentially coming up with a sabotage plan.
Okay.
Um, but I'm also trying to mingle at the same time, so I'm not trying to be too damn obvious.
Right. Um, are you mingling? Are you hoping for any sort of are you hoping to make any friends while you're mingling, or are you just doing it to not look suspicious?
No, I mean, I'll try to make some friends while I'm here.
Yeah.
Um,
Would you like to roll an action for that?
well, I guess I could use my consort now,
Yeah.
but this could be a good opportunity to find some contacts or resources. So,
Yeah. And this will be controlled standard.
I would love to get some lesser harm from a social situation. That would just fit.
Just get punched in the face. All right, so let's see. You're maneuvering around. You're talking to some people. Okay. So let's say. Okay. Um, so you're mingling around, and there is a woman who is coming in. She has like lavish fur. Uh, she's wearing this like lavish fur, and she kind of catches your eye because she is so damn sparkly. She just has like jewelry like everywhere. Like she has like a really like clunky like jewel necklace, um, rings. She has like some pins holding her hair up that are ending that end in like little diamonds. So she's just all gemmed out, and she's just like a walking chandelier kind of. And as she's gonna kind of catch you staring, and she's gonna catch you staring, and as she walks by, she's going to give you a raised eyebrow and maybe pull her fur a little tighter around her, and as she heads towards the elevator, she'll stop, and then she'll turn and she'll say, "Do I know you from somewhere?"
No, ma'am, I don't believe so. But I couldn't help but notice the glitter and glamour that you present.
And she says, "Well, I'm a proponent of flaunting what you've got. I've worked hard to get everything that I have."
I can see that.
And she says, "Are you here alone?"
I'm here with a friend of mine, but he
"Pity.
is currently engaged in conversation.
Oh, he. Pity." And she'll go to turn, and she'll say, "I was quite hoping you were here alone."
Well, I could be.
And she'll raise her eyebrow again, and she says, she'll invite you to link arms with her, and she says, "Have you ever been to the second floor?"
No, I have not.
"Would you like to come with me?"
I would love to accompany you.
And she'll give you this big smile, and you can see that that even her teeth have have like some crystalline component to them. Um, like she's got a grill, yeah.
Ew.
And she will link arms, and she will take you into the golden elevator.
And I will respectfully accompany her.
All right. So so we go in there. Les, you're being pulled to the bar. Cassandra is telling you all about her work, and she's very curious to hear about some of the bounties that you've hunted across the city.
I told you, Cassandra. I hunted in the Dagger Isles, and I can tell you how I took down the biggest bear in the Dagger Isles. How about that?
She says, "What's a bear?"
Oh, it's this big, furry, tiny-eared, big brown thing.
Sounds like my third husband.
Did he? Did he also have? I'm ordering another drink.
And she says, "And what do you do with these bears after you shoot them?"
You can eat them, or you can skin them and wear their furs.
My, you are strange. I'd write about you, but I don't even know what to write.
There's not enough material to write about me anyway.
Oh, shush. She's gonna shush you as you have a pretty good view of the lobby, and she's looking at something, but you're seeing that Reg is actually getting pulled into the golden elevator by somebody else, and
And I just mouth, what the?
and she seems to be excited about a gentleman that is walking through the door, and he is attended by three other people that look like bodyguards, and
Who's that?
she says you don't know who that is?
Never seen him a day in my life.
Well, I'm not surprised, you being foreign and all.
I've lived here for 20 years.
It doesn't look like any bear I've ever hunted.
She says, "Bear, no." She says, "That's Karth Oris."
Who is Carthorus?
Why, he's only the right-hand man to the leader of the hive.
Oh. So tell me some stories about him.
He's ruthless, insightful, a jealous man, and quite a looker too.
Who's he seen her hanging around a lot?
And she says, well, mostly just his bodyguards. Not a whiff of romance on that one, surprisingly.
Do you think he might be gay?
She says, I couldn't even begin to guess. I hope not, though. And she's going to leave you at the bar. She heads towards the lobby.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna sit back and watch this.
So she approaches, and he is this he's dressed very well, but there's something about him when you see him that like he looks like, seeing him in a suit is like it would be like seeing a bear in a suit. It seems very uncanny. His face is that of a warrior rather than someone who kind of fits this setting. He has a long scar along one side of his face, and this sort of permanent grimace. As she approaches, one of his bodyguards will sort of step in front, and he doesn't even acknowledge her as he heads towards the golden elevator, and she kind of presses it a little bit and like tries to push past the bodyguard, and the bodyguard will actually pull a weapon out on her, and she'll back up a little bit, and and kind of scuttle off back to the bar. So that's what's going on.
Damn, we're not allowed to have our weapons, but this guy is? What the hell?
She says, "Not big on manners, I guess." Yes, well, if you're welcome on the third floor, you can bring whatever you want.
The third floor. Oh my god.
So so we'll pull away from that for a second. Reg, the elevator doors will open, and you'll see a really fancy. This next floor is like super fancy. As you come in, there's two attendants on either side of the elevator, ready to attend to you. Should you need anything, like a snack or a drink, or even just like some perfume or something. I think one of them will preemptively go to spritz you with some perfume. And
Won't lie, I'll probably need it.
and as you step off of the elevator, you can see that there's kind of there's like a little lounge here. There's a full bar set up. Now they have some like bottles of they have some bottled spirits here that you might have never seen before. This is like way past like a few cuts above your standard like mushroom beer and like distilled eel juice and stuff like that. This is
good old eel juice.
yeah.
It's like Mom used to make.
This is like
Fresh
like
squeezed.
some quality stuff. Looks like they have they actually have some wine here that's like real wine, like made out of grapes. Yeah.
Madness.
And it looks like there's a restaurant. There's like a lounge area. There's like a sort of a club area where they've got some music and people are kind of like dancing and stuff. But she will only let you kind of gawk for a moment as she begins to pull you towards the bar.
All right, now I will allow myself to be pulled.
And she'll say, "So tell me, how do you make your money?"
Well, I'm a doctor by trade. A little bit of dabbling in pharmacology.
And she'll narrow her eyes at you and say, "Pharmacology?
Yes.
Anything specific?"
Oh no, I don't want to limit myself to just one thing. So I brew a variety of concoctions and elixirs.
You know, I've been known to dabble in elixirs.
No, I did not.
Imbibing them only. I wouldn't trust myself with a recipe for water.
I understand. I understand.
And she's going to continue to look at you, and she says, "Perhaps you have something on hand that will make the engagement this evening a little more delightful."
Maybe. What are you in the mood for? You looking for uppers or downers?
And she says, "Uppers, certainly."
double checking.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have anything specifically that says like drugs, like in your loadout.
Yes, I do. I have my bandolier,
Oh, okay, okay, cool, cool.
which has a selection of alchemical and um, sparkcraft stuff.
Right, okay.
And one of my options is something called trance powder. Glittering blue powder induces a pleasant hypnotic trance when inhaled.
I accidentally just removed something from your list. I apologize. I was clicking around on your character sheet.
My bandolier. You took my bandolier.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
You took my drugs from me. Thanks, man.
There it is. I put it back. Um, yeah. So trance powder. Okay. So you can manifest some trance powder if you like. That'll count as one of your loadout.
Yep.
And yeah, she's gonna love that. So she's going to well, I guess she's gonna imbibe it like you would expect, and and then I think she's ready to dance at this point. So she's gonna want to pull you into the dance room. Now what are you like? Where's your headspace at? What are you thinking at this point?
I'm thinking. I want to know whether or not, like, the top of the stairwell is guarded. Whether or not I could grab a couple passes, like a pickpocket maneuver,
Okay.
and just seeing how the layout differs. See if there's anything up here that I would not have, in the layout that I wouldn't have noticed downstairs.
Okay. Let's roll an action for that. Do you think study or survey would be appropriate for that?
I believe. Let's see, survey. It's more about spotting trouble and anticipating outcomes, whereas study is, I don't know. Trying to examine events to understand a pressing situation. All right, it looks like either one. We'll probably go with survey.
Okay. So you can go ahead and make an action roll. Now, did you want to push that and give yourself an extra die, or even take you can always take a devil's bargain as well for an extra die.
I will push.
Okay. So I think you'll take what is it? Is it 1 or 2 stress?
I think it's 2. I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's 2. Yeah, you can push yourself for 2 stress and get an extra die.
Okay. Survey. Control. +1 die.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, so that's a success. Stress well spent. So at this point, you're going to see. Okay, so you're getting a lot of information all at once. There is a pass that for a second level pass that is readily accessible. And actually, her pass is readily accessible. So you've noticed. Have you seen this? Have you seen the second floor passes yet?
No.
Okay, so the one you got, was like a bronze color. I think maybe you'll see some other passes while you're up here. The second floor passes are like silver, and then the third floor passes are like gold. And you're gonna notice that she actually is carrying a gold pass. on her. And while she's distracted, it's possible you could pick that off of her. The stairway up here, the door to the stairwell up here is not guarded, but you assume it's probably locked as well. It's like a
Right.
service stairway, or like a maybe even like a yeah, it's like a service stairway. And so there's that. And then what was the other question?
Just if there was anything else in the layout that I would not have noticed downstairs. Like, is there any structural differences between the floors, like a possible secret entrance or something like that?
So I think you'll see the dumbwaiter again. As far as a secret entrance goes, I don't think so. No secret entrances. But yeah, but you'll see that you'll see stuff similar to what you saw on the first floor, but then you'll also see her pass as well.
Right.
And that it is different than the other passes in the room.
Nice. Now, how many tiers were there?
3.
Ooh. Top access.
And so I'm gonna leave you on that, and I'm gonna check back in with Les downstairs. Les, you're still hanging out with Cassandra Keel. What are you doing?
I'm gonna ask her if she's ever been on the second or third floor at all.
She says, oh, please, those floors are overrated. Why would I be concerned with what's up there when I got everything I need down here?
Oh, I don't know. Could you imagine, though, all the relationship problems those people have? People that are up there probably shouldn't be sleeping around with other people. The divorces.
She says, oh, honey, she says, you don't understand. Those people never tell you what's going on. Certainly not someone as noteworthy as me. I get all my information from the staff. And then she points to like the wait staff and the people like back in the kitchens and whatnot. They hear everything.
But what if you could see it for yourself?
And she says, well, what are you proposing?
We need to sneak it on up there. You say you know people in the staff?
Of course I do. Half of them are on my payroll.
How about we get them to get us to get up there?
And why would we do that?
You want a good, juicy story? I'm telling you, I saw a lady with crystal teeth make her way up there, and she was with a lowly looking guy.
Oh, you're talking about Una Grind.
Yeah, you should. Did you see the guy she was with? I don't know if you saw, but this guy looked like he came straight out of the sewers.
You want to talk about someone who's at the end of their road, honey? She'll bark at any carriage that passes. I heard she's got a bit of a drug problem as well.
No. I say we go and investigate. Or suit yourself. Maybe I'll just go alone. I've always been the lone wolf type.
And she says, well, I tell you what, I am interested in what's going on the 3rd floor. Apparently there's some out-of-towner here that everybody's making a big to-do about.
Another foreigner, you say?
Yeah. Roland's put him up real good, of course. I expect that, since, Tigerosi and all.
Ah, did you catch a name?
I didn't catch a name, unfortunately. You know who I'm talking about.
Quest is his name.
And then she's gonna be pulling out like a little pen and notebook at this point. She says, "Quest, you say? Where did you come across a name like that?"
Now listen, that's all I know. That's all I know. So that's why we gotta get up there and see what's going on with this Quest character.
So she says, "Well, third floor access might be hard to swing." She says, "I suppose I could go rustle up a good lead. You stay here and just keep looking cute." And she's gonna sort of like down her drink in like one gulp, and she's gonna disappear into the crowd.
Heaven's sakes above. Somebody help me.
She'll reemerge from the crowd in a minute later and sort of motion for you to follow her back to the kitchen.
All right, yeah, I will lurk back there with her.
All right. As you go back there, you're gonna see she has cornered some poor staffer, and who looks very uncomfortable. And when you come around the corner, she looks even more uncomfortable, and she's kind of like squirming restlessly, and she says, I really can't, Cassandra. If we get caught, I'll lose everything." And Cassandra says, "But don't you worry about that, dear. We're not in the business of getting caught, are we, Les?"
Yeah, that's the thing. I won't get caught. You just point us in a direction. You provide a distraction, and I don't know your name, and I've already forgotten your face.
And she shakes her head. She says, I just can't. I'm sorry." And Cassandra starts getting mad. She says, "Well, what the hell is it I pay you for anyway?" She says, "You don't pay me for this. Third floor access? That's impossible."
Easy, Cassandra. What we'll do. Do you deliver the food? Do you cook the food?
She says, whatever they need, I bring it up to them.
You got an extra outfit somewhere?
And then she's gonna like cock her head to the side, and even Cassandra's just like, "What?" And then we'll cut away from there for a second. Reginald, what are you doing? Una has you on the dance floor. So like while you're like surveying, she's like dancing her like old lady dance. And that trance powder's got her feeling real good.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm playing it up. She's either a future client or future Mark in my mind.
Okay.
So I will drug dealer / gigolo it up.
Would you like to? Is this a long-term project?
Could be.
Okay. Yeah. So you're planning it up. Is there anything in particular you're trying to get out of that interaction, or is you just like is it anything that would require an action roll?
I don't think so. But when I notice that she has a gold card, I might eventually. I'm not doing it, not rushing it, but the plan is to get her to escort me to the third floor as well.
Okay.
If I see an opportunity to grab someone else's gold card, I will definitely take that chance.
Okay. Yeah. So there's I think probably included with your survey, there's probably there might be another gold card in the crowd somewhere. that you could spot. But yeah, it'd be risky to grab it. It'd be risky to grab it from her as well. But if you would like to, yeah, so you can talk her into taking you up there, or you can nab it from someone, or you can nab it from her. Yeah, and that can just be like, it doesn't have to be rushed or anything, but you can, during the course
Right.
of the evening, you can sort of maneuver that.
Oh, well, of course, if I nab it from her after we get to the third floor. Okay, yeah, I got options.
So what's the plan then?
So at this point, I'm just being gracious and letting her lead at the moment. And then, yeah, after some more drinks, some more dancing, bring up the, have you ever been to the third floor kind of thing, as if I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can just kind of bring it up casually for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. This might require an action roll. It would be controlled because I feel like you've got like some decent rapport with her. I don't think it'd be risky at all. I think it'd be controlled, standard effect. If you use consort, I think
Yeah,
it
okay.
could be that.
Do I want to push?
Just think of all the yard sailing you could do when you pick up your vice for your downtime, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll push. This is a pretty important step.
All right, yeah. So you can push, take 2 stress, and then you can always take the devil's bargain as well.
Oh, devil's bargain with her. Whew. You know what? It hasn't been done yet.
Okay. Well, now I have to think of one. So
That's fine. That's fine. Get back to me on that.
yeah, no, I think let's see. The devil's bargain will be uh, if you bring up the third floor and she takes you, like if you succeed and she takes you, or if you fail, because I think it takes effect whether you succeed or fail, I believe. Oh man, what would be a good one? Maddie, do you have anything like off the top of your head?
What is the devil's bargain again?
So it's basically just like it's the monkey's paw essentially. It's like you can get what you want, like you can get that extra die, but now there's an extra complication, an extra
Price to be paid.
yeah.
So you'd be able to get to the third floor, but with a price. The price is you have to ride up in the elevator with the hive guy.
Let's say yeah, let's say that that you could get up there and you could
But it's going to be obvious, like, I would say something with the hive guy.
let's say the that trance powder is hitting her hard. She is very noticeable.
Okay, so this will not be a stealthy entrance.
Correct. Yeah. She's
blatantly obvious that I am well out of my station.
She will draw attention to you wherever you go.
All right.
And not like the good kind.
Right.
Partial success. Okay. So all right. So I'm gonna say you're gonna end up in a risky position. Um, so you bring it up. You're like, oh, like, I can't imagine. I think this is what the second floor is like. I can't imagine what the third floor is like. She's just like, wouldn't you like to know? She says, I've been to the third floor. It's everything you think it would be. Why do I stay down here on the second floor? Well, the company's a little more enjoyable, and she'll give you like a like a wink and like a limp kind of finger kind of like on your chest, like, "Oh, you know what I'm saying?" And like drunk old lady, and she she'll pull you in a little closer, and she'll say, she'll whisper in your ear. She's trying to be sexy, but she's like fucked up, and and she says, you want to see it?
Of course.
The third floor, I mean.
Oh, that too.
She says, I'll take you. You'll be my +1. And then she'll let out a big woo, and she'll lead you off the floor and march straight towards the elevator.
Damn it, she's a woo girl.
And as you approach the elevator, so you get on the elevator, and you'll be going up, and she is just like, she's talking to you, but she's talking like way louder, like she's talking as if you're across the room. And when the elevator doors open up, she kind of steps out, and she like I said, she's talking very loudly, and the mood up here on this like third floor, it's very quiet. Like there's lots of like little like cubbies, like hideaways, maybe even like private rooms and stuff where things are brought to you, and like you can have like a really private conversation with people. There's not as much like open access on this floor, until you get to the end of the hall maybe, and then it sort of opens up into a like really nice lounge. Like they've got like there's like a fountain, there's like a hot tub situation, there's all kinds of stuff. Like there's I think there's probably open drug use just like out in the there's like a cocaine table, like everybody can just like go to, right? So like so
fancy little crystal
yeah,
spoons
so
and
it's
gold
pretty,
razor blades.
it's pretty ritzy. And the and she's just making a lot of noise, and so like when she comes in, everybody's gonna kind of turn and look. You can see that there's over sort of on an upraised part of this lounge area, sort of like in this VIP section. You can see this gentleman. He's standing there. He's got 3 like bodyguards around him, and he's got like a long scar down the side of his face, and he's like up on this upraised platform. You can see he's talking to somebody, and you can't quite see the person that he's talking to. You can maybe see like a glimpse of like a horn, like a and it sort of moves out of view, and he turns back and kind of looks at the commotion that's being caused, and the guy with the scar is going to motion to one of the bodyguards, and one of the bodyguards is going to draw a curtain around the little upraised area.
Okay.
And then I think we'll switch back to Les. Les, you are looking super spiffy in your bellhop uniform.
Thank you.
Doesn't quite fit. It's got like a little hat.
Oh God, my hat. I got my little cheeks
And Cassandra will pull the cigarette out of your mouth and sort of straighten your little bow tie, and she'll say, she said, "Now we have a deal, right? Anything you find out, you let me know, so I can write about it in the paper,
You got it.
and I'll pass along a writing credit, maybe, if you
If you
care about that sort of thing."
don't care at all.
She's like, "I like you more and more every minute."
All right, so I'll take a deep breath and which way do I go and what food am I taking to who?
Yeah, so the girl she says well, this has been requested by very important customers. She says, "Please don't mess this up." She says only certain staff are supposed to have access to that floor, and my job is writing on this, so please, please, please don't do anything to mess that up, okay?
I will do the best that I can.
A very
Just
important customer.
tell me their name and tell me what they look like. I will deliver it and then that will be taken care of.
Name, I think Oris. Oris is the name. Oris. Now,
No.
he doesn't come here very often, but he's very particular.
Then I know this is the hive guy, isn't it?
This is the hive guy, and Cassandra's gonna give you like a big
Oh,
like
Wait,
thumbs
wait.
up, big smile.
just gotta deliver him his food, right? There's no entertainment with his meal.
No, of course not. Unless he asks for it, in which case, yes.
Mm. All right, what did he order?
So when you pick up the silver tray, it's got like one of those cover things on it. It's actually very light.
Can I like peek?
Yeah. It is a bright red, juicy looking apple,
Okay then.
which you've probably never seen before in your life. This is like
Whoa!
yeah, fruit, like fresh fruit is a delicacy in Duskfall.
What is this?
Cassandra, it gets down on your level. She says, "Oh my lands, that's an apple. I've only read about them."
An apple. Only fruit I've seen is rotted or garbage. Mm.
And she says, she turns to the girl and she says, do you have any more?" And the girl just kind of just shakes her head.
All right, I will.
Under armed guards.
I will take.
Yeah. And she will usher you up the into the stairwell.
And away I will go.
All right.
With my little waiter cloth around my arm as well.
Correct. So you will you'll go up. You'll go up a couple floors. You'll see that there's the third floor, but the stairway actually keeps going to a fourth floor. But when you arrive at the third floor,
Is there like a door at the top of the fourth floor, or
there is.
note that mentally? Might be the office I need to get to, but for now, and I don't see anything like that while I'm going up the stairs from the first to the second to the second to the third, do I?
No.
Okay, so then I'm gonna go into the third floor in my waiter outfit, and I will scan the room for Oris.
Okay. So you will not see him right away. However, when you enter, you will see like small cliques of people sort of at these like really private booths. There's a couple upraised platforms around this big room, this big lounge area. Everything's sort of like private and cut off from one another, and and everything's quiet except there is one very loud lady who is trying to who is trying to order a drink very loudly, and attached at her arm is Reginald.
Oh my god.
And she's kind of like hanging off of him. She's got like her arm around him, and she got her like body pressed up against him, and he is definitely her arm candy.
Oh Jesus. This is bad. As I am surveying for Oris, I will perhaps brush past and go, "What are you doing?"
I don't know.
Get off of her.
Not yet.
She likes drugs.
I know. And I have them.
And you guys can have sort of a little conversation while she's complaining to the bartender that they don't have the particular spirit that she's looking for, that the bartender is insisting does not exist.
I have to deliver this thing called an apple to the hive mind guy.
The hell is that?
We'll see. Peek.
Ooh.
It's red. Weird, isn't it?
Red's dangerous. Don't you know that?
I've never seen a vibrant color on food ever.
Usually just mushrooms usually.
It's like
Well.
charred, or like black, like. Anyway, I have to deliver this, and then I can poke around freely because I'm a waiter.
Yes, and Les is
Yep.
in his outfit. He's got a little hat, like a little bellhop hat.
Good idea. I'm impressed.
It's my monkey suit.
All right, so what do you do?
I will continue to look for hive mind guy. I have to keep my part of the bargain up.
Okay.
And you said there was a drug table, right?
Yes.
I might try to mix up a little something.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Is that a tinker?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what my options are, but I'm sure there's a variety here.
Yeah, you've got reagents.
So
All right. Let's see. What are you mixing up here?
I don't know. Kind of want something to do going for quiet euphoria.
Okay.
Yeah, something that makes you feel great, but just still kind of
like mellows you out.
Just makes you sink back into your chair and just enjoy the ride.
Okay. Is this for your new friend?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I'm gonna make a batch big enough to take some home, but
Okay. All right. So yeah. Okay.
make a couple doses, but one for her.
Yeah. Okay. So you got some stuff here to mix up. If you want to roll a tinker, trying to think. I mean, you're somewhat familiar with substances. I'm gonna say there might be some substances on the table that you're not familiar with, that are kind of new to you, and I'm gonna make this risky.
Okay.
Risky standard.
Come on. Nice.
Beautiful.
Oof. Nice.
Beautiful. So yeah, so you do it. You like do like a little tongue test. You're like, oh, okay, like even though I don't recognize it, I know what it is and what it does. Yeah, and so you're like a chef in the kitchen, just and yep. So you're mixing some stuff, and you've created a fantastic little compound. 3 uses of it, and yeah, and then you're gonna go give some to her.
Yep.
Okay. And it works like a charm. She sinks back into. Oh, go ahead.
And I'm selling it, so I'm just like, if you liked that, I've got something really special for you.
Yeah, and
I think you are
she's
going to
real excited.
really enjoy this.
She's real excited. Yeah, and it works. It just like her eyes sort of glaze over, and this like smile comes across her face, and she just like sinks back into like one of the big plushy chairs that they have, and she's like talking to you, but it's completely unintelligible. But she seems to be having a great time.
Nice. Definitely going to make sure I slip a card in her purse.
Okay.
I don't know if we have telephones here. I don't know if we've gotten that or not. Or if we have a telephone in the hideout.
I don't know if you guys have like if you did, it would have to be like those old timey like hook
Yeah.
the little hook, like the little bells. All right, cool. So that's happening. Les, what is going on?
I'm looking for Oris.
All right. You don't see him immediately, like in view. There's a couple of these little alcoves, and some of them are open, but they all have curtains, and some of the curtains are closed.
Would it be some sort of role like survey, or could I just kind of like peek behind some curtains looking for them and not be incredibly obvious? That could be a prowl or something.
Yeah, let's say it could be survey.
Okay.
It'd be risky standard, because there is security up here, and they are looking for odd behavior. Partial success.
Success with the 5.
Okay. Okay. So you're going up some curtains, and you're peeking in. You're gonna see some things that you might see some things behind some of these curtains that you wish you hadn't have seen, causing you psychological harm. No, but I think the effect we'll get from this, I think, will be, let's say, a complication occurs. And for that, I think I'll just fill in another wedge with the security. You obviously kind of don't, you look like you don't necessarily know what you're doing, and it's raising a little bit of suspicion from the guards.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be 2 wedges on the security clock.
Do we know how many wedges there are?
4.
Or is that the surprise?
Yeah, there's 4.
This is gonna sound like a funny question, but is there a way we can get rid of wedges? Like if I went up to him and I was like, hey, like my first night really working, I hear there's a big guy here, I'm nervous, and like I try to like plead my case, or would it get rid of wedges, or could they just help me?
It
Believable.
wouldn't. I don't think it would reduce a wedge, but well, actually, oh yeah. So what you can do? That's right. So what you can do is you can resist. I think that's a mechanic in the game. So let's see. I think. Yeah, so you can say I'm going to resist that, And you can roll. Let's see, what did you roll? You rolled survey, so you can roll insight, and how that works is you'll take 6 stress when you resist, minus the highest die result from the resistance roll. So you'll roll insight, and you'll subtract that from 6, and that's how much stress you'll take to not take that wedge in the clock.
Does Insight have any die to it, or?
So if you on the character sheet, if you just click on it, it'll roll it. But basically, the amount of die you roll for it is how many pips you have vertically in the first column. So you have 1 in hunt, 1 in study, and 1 in survey. So you'll roll 3 die for that.
Okay, and then whatever the highest number I get, I would reduce 6 minus that, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how this goes. I have 5 empty spaces, so let's do this.
Oh wow, that was a lot of die.
Why did it do that?
I don't know.
I think it's all your pips.
I only said 3.
Oh, you must have put it in bonus die.
Oh,
Because it'll automatically roll 3.
Oh, it will.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So do you want to just disregard that one and roll?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay. Whoa! Look at that.
So you'll take 3 stress, and you'll negate the wedge being filled in.
Yeah, just by being like, hey,
You notice them looking at you, and you're like, "Where's Oris?"
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, listen, I'm really nervous. I hear the leader of the hive's here, and I just really need to get this meal to him. I don't want to upset him and mess up the whole night.
Yeah, and he'll kind of look you up and down. He'll say, "Don't worry, man. It's I'm pretty new too. He's up there."
Thank you. And then I will make my way with the apple to Cartholus.
Yes, and So as soon as you step into the curtain, you'll hear Karth talking to someone else. So you'll see Karth, you'll see the 3 bodyguards, and then you'll see this other person sitting on the like a long, like curved lounge sofa by themselves, and he has he has like a human face, but his eyes are completely black except for like a fiery orange circle, and then like a pupil, like a pupil in each eye, and his head sort of extends up into it's elongated, and then it sort of extends up into 2 ivory horns, and other than that, he's completely like human.
Yeah, what the hell? Karth Oris. Your meal, sir.
Karth will turn to you and he'll say, "It's about damn time."
Bite my lip. Bite my tongue. I reveal his meal and set it there in front of him.
And he'll look at it and he'll say, "This is the best one they got.
Freshly polished.
Looks like shit. Give me another one."
I believe that was the only one they were able to harvest, but I will go ahead and try.
And then he basically started ignoring you as soon as like he said like, "Go get me another one." And then Quest will lean forward and will say, I think it looks rather exquisite. Do you mind?
I mean, that's up to Karth here, or Mr. Ors.
Yeah, and his Oris's demeanor completely changes when addressing Quest. He says, well, of course, if it looks good to you, please take it. Now, and so Quest will sort of sit back and start eating the apple. He eats it from the top.
Which isn't weird to me because
Yeah.
how do you eat apples?
But we know. And
That's how you eat an apple.
yeah, so now that's how you eat an apple.
Wow.
We gotta circle back to that someday.
Yes.
But so
Weird.
So when you leave, would you like to kind of hang around and eavesdrop, or would you like to just immediately sort of like leave?
I will stand there until they tell me to fuck off.
Okay.
Like I'm there at his beck and call.
Okay, so would this require an action roll, maybe?
If it's to stay, like I'm sure Quest doesn't mind that I'm there, but Oris doesn't want me there. But if I could just keep hidden from Oris and not Quest, I will.
Well,
do
he's
that.
got his bodyguards as well, so they're kind of like, and they're.
It's not their place to say if I can leave. Shut the fuck up.
This might be a prowl. If you think it's acceptable to roll a prowl.
Yes, it is. What's the risky standard?
I keep suggesting what to roll. Technically, you guys are supposed to. I'm supposed to let you guys decide.
Oh well, I mean that's pretty much what I would have gone with anyway.
Okay,
I was kind of
cool.
keeping back but listening.
Yeah, plus, like we discussed earlier, the whole being familiar with the rules.
Yeah, that too.
We need help sometimes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
All right.
Risky standard, partial success. All right. So. Okay, so Oris will continue. So Quest will sit back and Oris will continue talking. Oris is like, you see, we have a vast network of ships that can come in and out of the city at any time. And as for the ministry, we've got them pretty much under our thumb. You should have no problem in getting the product in here. And Quest says, yes, but the cut that you're asking for will run me out of business. I'm afraid financially I just can't do it. And at this point, Oris is going to notice that you're standing there, Les, and he's going to say, is there some reason that you haven't gone to get me another apple?
This is my first time seeing a Tigerosi. And my apologies, I'm just awestruck by his handsomeness. And also, I've never seen anybody eat an apple before.
What are you trying to get out of this?
Nothing. It's just honesty, somewhat.
Playing Starstruck.
So I think Oris will just punch you in the nose. And you can add 1 level of harm and busted nose. And then his bodyguards will kind of leap up and they'll grab you and kind of like throw you out of the curtain. So you'll sort of stumble down the stairs. And Oris Oris will kind of growl and he says, "Get me my fucking apple."
Right on it. Be a lot easier if I didn't have a busted nose and manners, but that's all good. We can get that taken care of. Right away, sir.
Can I see this?
Oh yeah, Reg, you're definitely seeing this.
All right. I'm going to attend to the wounded waiter.
Okay.
Ow. What a dick.
You know, have him sit down and tend to the nose while we quietly conversate.
Can't wait. Yeah, you know what? I might as well be a bounty hunter. First fucker I'm gonna kill is him.
Okay. And then what will you discuss?
Yeah, just sharing information and coming up with a plan.
We gotta get Karth out of here, but I'm not sure I know how to. Quest is whack looking, like really cool looking. He's got like horns and like almost all black eyes. He's super polite and seems very well constructed. As for Karth, I just want him fucking dead. I could give two
Can
less
we
shits
talk-
about him.
Can we talk about your crush later?
It's not a crush, I'm just saying, he looks cool. My nose hurts, that guy's dick, and I'm not getting him a fucking apple, I'm bringing him an orange. What's an orange?
Oh, wait, you're bringing him food?
Mm-hmm. I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, yep, looking stuff up.
Yes! Yes!
Very nice.
Yes, I'm gonna, while he's looking stuff up, I'm assuming the plan is there's gonna be a little sneaky sneak in the apple.
Yep.
I'm gonna go see and retrieve another apple. If they have one, I hope to God they do. Fortune roll.
Yeah, that would actually be a fortune roll.
Okay, so what? I know it's a fortune roll, but what do I roll? When you make a fortune roll, you may assess any trait rating to determine the dice pool of the roll. So I can choose any of them? One die for each trait rating.
Why
I'm
am I looking?
through.
Why am I looking stuff up? I just made multiple doses
You did.
of fuck you up.
I think it would be. Let's just do 1D.
How do I? Is it just /R D6?
I think you can roll it that way. On the left-hand side, at the bottom of the little bar, I have like little dice there. I don't know. If you
Oh,
do.
I see. I don't want to look.
Oh God.
Ooh.
God.
There's
So
another
like
apple.
we flash to the wait staff down at the bottom, and Cassandra's down there, and the wait staff is down there, and she's just like, we don't have another apple. That was the last one.
What's
Oh
the next-
God.
No, wait. What's the next closest thing to an apple? Relax. We can paint it red.
So there's nothing else like an apple. Maybe a pear.
Well, let's do that. Give me what's a pear?
She's like, we don't have any pears.
Give me something that looks somewhat like an apple. I don't care if it's a golf ball. Give me something.
She will.
He probably doesn't even know what an apple is. I don't know what an apple is. Just give me something, and I'll tell him it's an apple.
She will produce something apple-like. I don't know what would be like an apple. A tomato.
Perfect. Now this is what I imagine an apple looks like.
So the color's a little off, but you know, and
Well, then maybe this is the kind of apple he was looking for.
she says, "I don't know if this is gonna work."
I think it'll be just fine. He'll take a bite out of it, and I will promise that it was picked from the... Where's the fucking place?
It's a Tigerosi apple.
There we go, perfect.
So you bring a tomato back to Reg.
Alright, Reg. They don't have apples. But this is a squashier apple called a tomato.
All right, I'll try lacing the tomato. Oh,
Lacing a tomato! My gut hurts. I'm
oh.
All right, you can apply your drugs. I don't think you have to roll anything for it. I think you can just apply them.
Yeah. And part of the free part of my loadout is syringes.
Oh, nice.
perfect.
Una Grind is still kind of babbling there. She's still in her euphoric state, and she's kind of babbling softly to herself. She might reach out and grab Les's arm momentarily, but she's completely out of it.
Alright, yeah, I will retrieve my arm and I will make my way with the platter and the laced tomato. And I will reemerge.
Oh my god.
So as you go back through the curtain, you will hear Oris saying to Quest, "Look, I can run it by my guys again, but I don't think we're gonna be able to cut you that kind of deal. I mean, you're basically asking us to work like amateurs for the cut we'd be getting. It just wouldn't be worth it. And let's be honest, no one else is going to be able to get that product in the city. You need the hive on this one." Yeah, so he turns and he says, "You again. You better have my fucking apple."
Yes, straight from Tigerosi. And I will present the tomato. The laced tomato.
This would be an action roll, perhaps?
Oh, come on! This bro don't know what an apple is. If I don't know what an apple is, he should know. That I'll apologize and say that wasn't even an apple. This is actually an apple. I have no stress to afford. Please, just like the apple.
Would you like to take a devil's bargain?
Yeah. What is it?
Well, first of all, I think this might be a sway. This will be pretty desperate, actually. And I think if you
Don't have stress.
well, if you take the devil's bargain, you don't have to spend stress.
PC noise. Okay. What's the devil's bargain?
Let's see. I think the devil's bargain is going to be that. I think the devil's bargain is going to be that you've piqued Quest's interest when you said Tigerosi apple, and I think he's curious about it, and he may want to bite.
No. And unfortunately, this is the last one, Karth, so we're just gonna have to. What do I roll?
That will be. I think it'd be a sway. Unless you think you can
So just normal. I don't have
No, it'd
any
be
points in
desperate.
it. No, I mean I
Oh,
have
it'll
no
be
points.
it'll actually yeah, it'll just be normal because you're taking the devil's bargain to get a +1, so it'll just be 1 die.
So +1 die.
Yeah.
Mm, what did you say it was? Risky standard? No, desperate.
Desperate standard, yeah.
Okay, I don't want to roll it. No! No!
Oh. Hey,
Uh,
don't forget to mark experience point and resolve since you made a desperate roll.
yes, you did make a desperate roll.
No!
So, Oris is gonna look at you. His like he looks like his face turns red, and his like veins are like popping out of his head, and he says, that's obviously a fucking tomato. I asked for a fucking apple, and you bring me a tomato. And his guys are gonna like run around, and they're gonna like one of them's gonna grab you, and I think he's going to make you eat the tomato.
Don't swallow.
Yeah, probably
But would
swallow.
you? No, you can also resist the roll, I believe.
I can't. I have no stress. What am I gonna do? What do you want me to resist? That's already awful.
Oh, is it too? Is it too stressed to resist?
It's
Yeah.
6 minus the.
Oh, 6 Oh, right. Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
Um,
I mean, you could just take some trauma. If your
Double
stress
ace
goes high.
tomatoes.
there's always that. So yeah, so I think he's gonna try to make you eat the tomato and then push you out of the curtain again. Reg, you'll see Les. He's got tomato on his face, and he comes tumbling out of the out from behind the curtain.
Now wait, did I have to actually eat it, or did you just smush it in my face?
You smushed it in your face, and I think some of it probably got in your mouth.
Did I have to swallow it? Could I spit it out?
Sure.
No drug-induced times for me, friends, please.
We'll see.
What?
So Reg, you're gonna see Les like come tumbling out again. What are we doing?
I'm done. I don't know. There's nothing else I can do. Like there's no apple. He can't eat the tomatoes, so I mean, I don't know. I'm out of options at this point. I kill him. Like I'm just gonna pull out my pistols from my butt and I shoot him in the fucking back of the head.
I am going to the once again wounded waiter. This place is just dangerous for the help.
Yeah. I have a busted nose and now tomato on me, so I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm stressed. I'm annoyed.
Here, have some tomato.
I don't want it. What if we get homegirl to barge in there? Tell her there's more drugs in the fucking curtain place.
I think we should low-key it at this point in time. How's the conversation going in there?
He's trying to get Quest to pay more money, and Quest is like, I can't do it. But he's pushing it, so we'll see.
All right. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's just back off for now and see how it goes.
Yeah. So at some point, Oris and his men will leave. They'll come out and they will head towards the elevator. And yep, they'll be gone.
You want to try to slide back in there?
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I could roll all ones on a prowl.
You're a waiter. Why do you have to prowl?
Have tomato on my face still.
I would have cleaned that up. Or helped you clean that up.
It's on my busted nose. Anyway.
I fixed your damn nose.
Yeah.
Actually, I could have rolled that, but I didn't.
Let me.
Actually, you want me to do that now?
We can
Yeah,
handle
'cause
that.
he-
We can handle that in downtime, I think,
Okay, all right.
for healing. Unless you have something that like lets you heal during the. Does it let you heal during the score?
I don't know how that works. I mean, I know I can tinker with his nose.
No, not my nose. Don't tinker my nose.
No, I think
Okay, let's just say
I
I
think
just.
it's a downtime thing. But you
Okay,
can patch. You
alright.
can patch him up, like, but you can take care of it, like, for real when it's later on.
Right. That understood.
Okay. Yeah, I will slide back in.
Okay. Quest looks a little surprised, and he says, "I apologize for the way that man treated you. He's not very nice."
He's not. Do I just want to be explicit and be like, I'll take that job, or how am I going about this? What did you give me as a pep talk beforehand, Reg? Because right now I'm like pissed as fuck.
Well, I mean, you could always introduce me.
Yeah. You know what? You can come with me. I will open the curtain. He's probably like, oh hey, it's you, and then would be like, I brought a friend as well.
Yep. You'll see Quest, his beautiful egg-shaped ivory horned head and his beautiful eyes.
Handsome. So handsome.
You were right, sir. He is quite striking.
And then Quest will say, "I do apologize. It's a shame. People in this city are of a rougher cut, it would seem."
Yes, indeed. May I take a moment of your time?
Well, I suppose since you are already here.
Well, my friend here informs me that you were trying to have something transported.
Your
I'm actually affiliated with a small transport company.
He'll raise an eyebrow and he'll say, "Do go on."
Well, as you've already met the rough and tumble larger corporation, as I'm sure you know, their costs can be quite high. And the attention dealing with them is usually bad. If you are possibly interested in a smaller, lower key, the volume won't be as high, but the profit margins will be higher and the attention will be much less.
Yeah, so this is man, it's a well argued case. It's kind of out of the blue. Would you agree to roll consort?
Yes, I would. And I will push this roll as well.
Okay, and I think this should be. Your argument's a strong one. I guess. I say controlled. Controlled standard.
All right, push, consort, +1, controlled. Don't be like Les. Don't be like Les.
Less is more.
I'm partial. Success is difficult in this game.
It is. It's very hard. You have to have a 6 in order to succeed. Not even a 5. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and maybe I'm being too harsh with the system. I'm still getting used to it myself. So, um,
Well, no, not really. I mean, that's just the way the system is. It's 6 or side effects.
right. And so, so yeah, so Quest will lean back and he'll say, um, I am impressed at the lengths you've gone through, and he points to Les's bloodied nose, and that you've gone through to get my business. I'm a small businessman from Tigerosi. I can't afford to be swallowed up by the merchants here. I could see us doing business. However, perhaps we shall have a trial run.
That is fair and understandable. And me and my people are willing to prove ourselves.
He says, and that will be the minor complication. And he says, fantastic. I should count on your service soon. Is there a way that I can reach you?
I'll hand him a card. Or some other. We haven't.
The bird.
Yeah, I got Tiberius.
Yeah, we haven't figured out the communication system here, but yeah, whatever method of communication we have.
Yeah.
Um,
Usually, I think just an alley rat, some raggedy kid that you can send as a messenger across the city.
Man, how's that alley rat going to get to the third floor here?
That's true.
Yeah, right.
That's true. So,
Which I will explain. I was like, we had to go to these links because this is quite an exclusive setting you have here, and we too are small businessmen, so we're not quite in the elite.
and he says, it is not normally my taste. However, my dear friend, insisted that I stay here.
Is that the one who has an office on the 4th floor? Out of curiosity's sake, I noticed there was a 4th floor. I've only heard of 2 and 3.
Quest will just shrug.
What the fuck, Quest?
And okay, and I think that might be the score. Unless you guys want to go attempt to get the ledger. You don't have to.
No.
It's sort of a bonus. Bonus objective.
No, I am not completely disregarding it, but we have drawn far too much attention tonight to attempt anything else.
Fair enough.
So when you talk to Valeris, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, I'll show her my fucking bruised nose and tell her to shut the hell up.
All right, and I think that will be the score. Okay, cool. And let's see, is there anything I want to do? We'll do downtime next time. Before we start, we'll do that off camera.
What? Before I forget, what is her name? Because I want to kind of make her a contact.
Una
Grine.
Una Grine?
Yes. And Les, are you going to keep your end of the bargain and let Cassandra know what was going on upstairs?
Yes, when I get back down there, I'll tell her that.
Just make up some really weird shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say Carth was propositioning many of no.
Well, what if
get in trouble?
you peaked in several booths He just didn't give you details in those.
Yeah.
He did say you saw some things you probably wish you hadn't.
Yeah, there was some quite disturbing things in between some curtains.
Okay. Yeah, and you want to relay some of those things?
The unicorn.
Okay. So Cassandra's like really excited about it, and
And I got punched in the face.
she feels a little bit bad for you, but then she's just like, it's all for a good story.
Yeah. Great story.
You did great.
Thanks.
And yeah, and then is there anything else we need to wrap up with that score?
How did he know what a tomato was?
Are there like not everybody's behind a curtain or in a booth, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I can't just like empty the party favor tray.
Here you go.
You were over there messing around. I assume maybe you were maybe putting some stuff in your pockets, like some ingredients in your pockets.
Yeah.
Helping yourself to the medicine
Well,
cabinet.
especially the stuff I'm not familiar with. I was like, this requires more testing.
Very nice. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Cool. Yeah. So that was the score. Like I said, we'll do downtime stuff. I'll off camera, and I think that'll be it. So thank you so much for playing tonight, guys. Really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll be able to bolster the crew a little bit here next time, so we can take on some of these bigger jobs.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Apparently we gotta go to. Do we have to? Are we going to Tigerosi? Tigeros? The land of magical horned people.
I don't think it's on the docket. The one job was for Aruvia, so.
No, I just meant this new.
Oh, for the
guy.
For the spice.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what that's.
Yeah.
I think they might be able to get it shipped in, and then you guys just get the last leg of the journey.
Like meet out at sea.
Yeah. So.
Standard smuggler's drop.
Yeah. So awesome. Well, thank you so much. Have a great night, and thank you for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please give us a subscribe and a like on the video. And you can follow us on Twitch at The Action Sturge, and you can follow us on Twitter at The Action Sturge as well. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Good night.